I looked at Cyan and Niesh, who were doing their makeup in front of the mirror. They finished their work by applying pink lipstick and turned to me. They both smiled mischievously and came towards me and planted 2 kisses on both sides of my face. Cyan said, "This means, you only belong to us, Mateen." Niesh said, "No, her lipstick is good. It leaves the mark of the lips on the skin with all its details and nuances." I said, "Thank you for your kindness. Ladies, be careful. Finish the job cleanly." Cyan frowned slightly on his forehead and said, "We have not failed yet. I mean the side effects. You are also used to fussing and showing off." His frown widened and he said, "Well, let's not do something naughty that is not tasty. The other person should give in, then suddenly he will see the mark of a snake bite on his neck." Niesh said, "We're leaving now. Don't you have anything to do?" "No, I have to go to my parents' house too. They have guests, my uncle and his family are coming." "Okay, how is Sepide doing?" "She's not bad either. She's gotten a little better after her divorce." Niesh nodded. With a final look at themselves, they both put on long, front-tied coats, along with a scarf that covered all their hair and the clothes they were wearing underneath, and left the house. I looked at my watch. 6 p.m. I was also ready to leave. When I reached the door of the house and made the call, the doors started to open and a few moments later I was inside. As I got out, Elena came into the yard. I put a smile on my face and said, "Hello Elena, dear mother." "Hello, it's great that you've come. I've come whenever you've summoned me. Except for a few times, of course. It's good that you admit it yourself." I glanced at the yard and said, "So where are the guests?" "He was at work." Elena glared at me and said, "Why don't you come to see me?" "Mom, I'm telling the truth. No, we have guests. They haven't come yet, come in now." After hugging her, we went inside together. My dad and sister came towards me when they saw me. Artemis stretched out her hand towards me and said, "Bye, my dear brother. We finally visited you. Anyway, I'm asking about my dear sister." "Yes, your own life." I continued to turn to Dad. "You don't have any complaints? Anything? Tell me." "Well, you come so late that it's surprising to see you." Artemis said, "Yes, our uncle, they have nice warm places." I said, "Yes, a lot of paradise nymphs have come. I'm around. I don't know whether to catch them with a fishing net or set a trap." Elena said, "So you're really busy, we won't get our turn." I glanced at Artemis greedily and said, "Running a restaurant, cafe and motel is time-consuming, especially with a series of hotel-like facilities added to it. The hotel has its own headaches, facilities, and staff." We agreed. "It's good that you came." Hearing the ringing, Elena glanced outside and behind the door from her iPhone and the CCTV camera, and the door opened for Uncle and his family to enter, and we went to welcome them. I kissed Uncle and Sina, greeted them, and greeted Uncle Parvin's wife, Helen and Sepide. After dinner, we had a warm conversation. My uncle's family was a bit strange. From Helen and Sina's marriage of convenience to Sepide, who was divorced. Although her ex-husband still visited Sepide from time to time for their son Cheyenne, more or less through Elena, Artemis, and sometimes Sina, I was present during Sepide and Haim's sudden separation and the death of their daughter Satare. Artemis sometimes sarcastically, hintingly, and sometimes explicitly asked me to step forward. After that suffering and blame from those around her, especially her own family, and Sepide's attitudes and behaviors, it was clear that she no longer wanted to get involved in a life with another man. Especially with girls like Cyan and Niesh who freely came to my house and we were together. Where would I leave Sepide in my heart? They were free and without any commitment to me. But Sepide, whether temporary or permanent, was considered my wife, and she definitely expected me to commit and be only for her. My eyes met hers several times. Sepide was not a shy girl, but somehow she escaped my gaze. I didn't care much either. On the contrary, Sina and Helen were watching us like eagles. While smiling, a slight frown was visible on their faces. When my cell phone rang and I saw Niaish's name, I apologized and left the group. Hello? What happened? Hello? What did you want to happen? It's over. Okay. How did she get here from Tron? With a transmission device. Did she tell anyone? No. She was just learning where this is. Her body? Powdered. How's the party? Normal. A family visit.